Well, there we go, folks. Chelsea versus Leeds, FA Cup. 90 minutes has gone. Wow. Wow, Aaron, what did you think of the game?
A great game. We didn't really embarrass ourselves. We kept things, pretty
hmm
good.
hmm
We're sort of looking good in the league, so we are. And as I said, as you said in Joe's podcast there about half an hour ago, where what do you call it? It was a good defeat. So it was. Totally agree with you.
Definitely, it was a head held high, proud. If you're going to keep momentum going, that's the kind of defeat you want. A last minute
Yeah.
goal against $1 billion side squad.
Don't forget.
Absolutely.
Don't forget. With no Rudder tonight, who's been more or less everything's went through Rudder this season.
hmm
Somerville was on the bench. With
Yeah.
was a 19-year-old. Is it Joseph? What
So
Pat
he's 20. He's 20 now.
20?
Yeah. hmm
And he didn't. 2 goals. Like what more can Premier League team
Listen,
as
we'll
well?
get to
He
his
should.
goals. I want to talk about his goals. We'll get there. We'll get there. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, mate. I thought seriously, as I said as well, is a lot of people talk about you're just a championship squad. You'll not make that proves that squad is good enough to compete in the Premier League.
100%. At,
100%.
at least at least sort of 12th, 13th, maybe 11th.
Absolutely.
Around that area.
It just shows you we don't need to do a full rebuild if and when we
No.
get promoted. You just need to add strength and depth. It
Yep.
just shows you that the core of the team is there. It's structured. It's now just building on the armor of what we've got.
Just while you're on the subject of strength and depth, Rodon, is a must. He is not. He didn't look out of place at all tonight.
I know. Why don't we buy him? It's just we're
He
just
is.
all we're doing is making him look better and better and better, and his value is going to go up and up and
Yeah.
up. Just
An or
buy him
Ben
now.
White.
Don't be doing that to me. Don't be doing that to me. So what we're
But
going to do? We're
no,
going to
he
go ahead.
totally bossed it tonight, like at the back. So he did.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So what we're going to do? We're going to let you chat about the first goal. We came out. What will we say? Guns blazing. The
It
first
was
10,
guns
15.
blazing. We're paying Chelsea back. We're paying them in. They couldn't
Mhm.
get out. The press was good. Everything was good. And then it was weird because ITV, I was watching on ITV, and they sort of showed a replay of something else. And the next thing, the goal went in. And it was kind of like, I haven't even seen it.
I know. The ITV are known
It
for
was a
that.
weird. But they were notorious for doing that. They seemed to, Sky the odd time, but ITV seemed to be the ones that,
But
do it.
did you expect them as to make that bad of a mistake though? The cameraman's
See,
probably going right, calm and easy out the back. Show read. Oh flip, they're useless. They've made a mistake. Quickly go back. Camera two.
you just hit the nail on the head for that there one, to be honest. Like that's exactly,
It's
probably what happened. But it was on from the cards. If you look the first, 5 minutes, we were pressing, press. We're penning them in. They were hitting the ball out for a throw, and you could hear our fans at the other end cheering. Just what you wanted. To start the cup game, and then
I love
obviously,
our fans.
as I said, it felt like it was on from the cards for that mistake, just forcing them into a mistake.
Absolutely.
It paid off.
I want to just before I go any further. I have I have a friend of mine, gentlemen. He's not he's from Slovakia. He is a ridiculously good footballer. He knows his stuff. He doesn't really have a team, right? He sent me a message, and I want to read this message out to you. And his exact words is, I've seen the last 15 minutes of this match. I can't believe how much better Leeds United are than Chelsea. What's going on here? Do Leeds play like this week in, week out? I just replied back, yep.
Well, the simple answer is yes. We haven't really changed our style all season.
No.
When we got rid of all the want-aways and sorted the season out, now we're starting to sort of reap the rewards.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we got our first goal. We eventually seen the replay. We finally seen the goal. Brilliantly taken goal.
Yeah.
Absolute fantastic. The guy looked like he's been playing week in, week out, and his confidence is rock high.
Well,
Rock high?
he hit it.
That's right, isn't it?
He hit it more or less straight away. Some strikers, they sort of turn back in, take a heavy touch. He just lashed it and just in the net, and that was it.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we missed it the first time, but we got to see it in the replay.
absolutely. I thought it was an absolute fantastic goal. I didn't know to believe it. I was like, "Did we score? Are we winning?
Yeah.
What's going on here?" Absolutely, absolutely. So yes, we got the goal. They got the equalizer. Now, before we go any further, right? You know me. I play with you football. I'm a goalkeeper. I now am a goalkeeper coach. I want to go through the goal. I do not want to hear it's the keeper's fault. It was definitely not the keeper's fault. I thought that was quite harsh. Everybody blames the keeper for everything. I generally personally don't think it was just hit hard and low that the keeper didn't have enough chance to move.
I
My
just think
personal opinion.
from where Jackson was, he was too close. And see, as a
Mhm,
keeper, you have a lot of goal to cover. So you
yep.
have so. I know Lee Dixon said in commentary, and Clive Tulsey to a point that at what he called it, his handling maybe should have been a bit better. But it was that if you're that close, you've so much
Mhm,
of the goal to aim at. You've so
mhm.
much of the goal to cover as a keeper. It's impossible.
Oh, absolutely. Now, again, don't get me wrong. If you're doing stats and stuff, you can always say that every person on the field should have done better, could have done better. Because at the end of the day, it got to the keeper, it got to the shot. There was a mistake in the defense, and somewhere along the line for it to get to that shot. So it isn't a keeper ruins everything, it's his fault. No, as a team, somebody has messed up on that pitch for that ball to get shot at. So, but it was a good goal. Like, don't get me wrong, that was a
Yeah,
good goal. Very impressed with it. I thought fair play. He did exactly what he wanted to do. I think after our goal, now again, you can tell me if I'm different. I think our head not dropped, but I think we kind of went, "Oh wait, shit, we need 5 minutes here to regroup."
yeah, one
And
hundred
the
percent.
players, where it's always the goal boost, isn't it? When you get a goal, you're like, "Right, let's go." Where if you're the conceding guy, you're kind of more in a defensive mood, like a boxing match. You get knocked out. The guy who knocked you out is going to come guns blazing, where you're going to try and defend and walk off him and regroup. Um, Talk me through the second goal. Thoughts on that?
Second goal, I'm gonna say it was a terrifically well worked goal. To be honest, everything that they did just came off, and so many times I've seen a ball being cut back and it being not the right angle, or it's
Mhm.
too far in front or too far back, and the player misses it. But timing perfect. Your boy Mudrich just he just sort of followed the play in, as they said in
Mhm.
commentary, and just hit it.
Brilliant. See,
It was a very well worked goal.
now, see regarding the match, I can definitely say every single one of those players should. I'm using that word lightly, but every one of those players should walk off the field and go, "Do you know what? We all played fantastic. There wasn't a generally a bad guy who was horrible on the pitch." And that's my honest opinion. Like nobody can be 100% accurate in passing. Nobody can be perfection. Um,
See, to
both
be
goals
fair,
came. Both goals came down the left, though.
yeah, aye, aye.
Firpo.
What you're
Um,
waiting on me saying Firpo?
I'm waiting for you to say Firpo. Yes, a little bit. I don't want to say him.
You know
I
what?
feel like I'm being harsh on the guy. The
You know what?
guy
I actually
can't
thought he
do the
had a good
simple
game tonight,
things.
so I'm not.
Hmm?
I'm not gonna criticize him one bit. At
No,
the
I
end of the
just
day, it's a team game.
no. I do get that. This is me nitpicking. That's why I says
Yeah,
lightly. I want to say, listen, everybody walk off the pitch with their head
but
held high as a
see,
team. It was incredible.
see, as a manager
Hmm.
beforehand, right? They're going to be saying that get down that left, get down that left. Mudrich, run at him, run at him. He's weak, he's weak. So I can
Hmm.
totally understand. The pressure's on from the start.
Yeah, no, I do get that, and don't get me wrong. I mean, Firpo's coming up against like a Chelsea who are supposed to be this big tank of a machine now with the money spent and the players they brought in. Like, don't get me wrong. He's the only weakness that I can pinpoint from that match. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
If anything, he
yes,
would have been
I'll,
the
yeah, I will agree with you there, but at the
yeah,
same time, I think, as you say, every player should hold their head up.
absolutely, absolutely. And then between the second goal, obviously coming up to half time, I personally think that was in the end of between their second goal and halftime. I thought that was a 50-50 match. I don't think either one of those
I
teams.
actually thought we were pushing towards our half time.
Yeah,
to
Yes,
sort of
we were,
go for it and
but it
try and get the
wasn't
equaliser before
there.
halftime.
Absolutely, but there wasn't shots on target or anything. It was us trying to control it to build a way down. They defended well, and I
Yeah,
personally think we defended well. I thought Cooper was good. I thought
yeah.
Liam Cooper was very good. There was a couple of interceptions he did that I thought was very key. He
Oh,
knocked
it
it
was
out for a
good.
throw
Good
in.
block.
He
Yeah,
headed one back to the keeper. He was very smart. He doesn't have the legs, but he was very smart in what he was doing.
yeah. I
Um,
wanna
go
I
ahead.
wanna ask you about Jaden Anthony. What you thought of him?
Um, he was all right. He was good when he
I
had the
thought he was
ball at his
pretty.
feet.
I thought he was pretty decent for somebody that has been in and out.
Yeah,
He held it
when
up well. He took players on. He cut back in. Everything a winger that should do. He did tonight. And
done.
then the
Yeah,
cross. It was him. It was his cross for the
fantastic. What a ball too.
you know
Um,
the goal. Like,
yeah, but with Anthony, I will definitely agree with you in the sense is when the ball was at his feet, he was fantastic. When the ball
yeah,
wasn't at his feet,
quick at shifting the ball,
yeah,
fast,
yeah.
and getting the cross in. Now there was one where he cut back in. You're thinking he's gonna. This is going in the top corner, and it went in Rose Ed.
Well,
Too much backlift, but
fair play.
apart from that,
He's having the
I
shot.
thought he was decent tonight.
He was decent. His defensive ability with Firpo, like as I said in the other one there, with Firpo not being the best of defensive left back in the league, going up against Chelsea, you thought you'd have someone in front of him who would go right. I'll back you up a bit. But down the left, they had two guys who are attacking minded, who are not really good at defending. So the other side, you had Connor Roberts, fantastic right back, and you know me with Dan James, came back and defended all game.
Yeah,
Two solid players who can link together and who can also defend together. The other side, two fantastic players going forward, ball at the feet, overlapping, crisscrossing, great. Defending, two goals came from that side.
yeah,
It kind of the two goals come from it kind of speaks volumes for me. But again, it's nitpicking because going forward they were fantastic. That whole team was fantastic. That's the only my only gripe. That was my only gripe, and I can think that's me just pinpointing crap just for the sake of pinpointing negativity. But we got into halftime, and I was very optimistic about the second half. And by God, did we start on the right foot coming out in that second half? It was brilliant.
yeah. I have to say, it was as soon as it came out from half time, there was no real
Mhm.
Chelsea dictating the play. We got on
Mm.
top, made sure Chelsea came in and out. A couple of counter attacks, but to be honest, when Chelsea were counter attacking, you didn't feel like they were going to score. So you didn't,
You're right. That's what I was saying about Cooper. We defended well. Him and
yeah,
Rodon very well. And Ampadu, how many times did Ampadu just come in and go, yoink, that's my ball?
yeah. I just
Brilliant.
I want to say to you as well about
Mhm.
the now we have four very, 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 very good centre mids. You've Ethan Ampadu, Gruev, you have Archie Gray, and you have uh
Kamara. I was waiting to see how long it would take.
you know four decent centre
Yeah.
mids. You
So what do
know,
you do with that though? It's a pickle to
well,
have. It's a good pickle than other than having a bad pickle. But
yeah,
realistically, what do you do with that?
you can't. There's it's a headache, but it's a good headache.
It's a very good headache. I'm sorry, I got a message here. My apologies. So I
I
I
was
would
just gonna
stick.
say the one that the centre mid I missed out was Glenn Kamara.
Yeah, I know. Um,
How could I forget him?
I would stick Gray out left back and
Would you
stick Connor Roberts. Yeah, I'd have Connor
see
Roberts out right back. I'd
the
have
issue you
Archie
have now
Gray left
is
back.
right? Gray has proved in centre mid, how good he is
But he's also
at doing
proved that
it.
he's good at right back and left back.
So personally, that's probably what I call this not you know, an unknown thing, but I think his best position centre mid, and tonight proved it.
He was fantastic. I seen him doing the wee dances around the box. He's in the box. He's in his own box, and he still twinkle to people and going,
Yeah,
"What are you doing? You're
you know,
17, mate. You shouldn't be doing that shit."
yeah.
But you do it.
Don't
You
get
do
me
it
wrong.
well.
we've kept clean sheets with him at right back and stuff like that. But I just, as I said in previous podcasts, I don't think he's right back. And tonight proved his best position is centre mid.
But then who do you drop?
He can't. It's an
No,
impossible. It's an
who do
impossible
you drop?
task.
But who do you drop then?
You can't drop anybody.
Well, yeah, you can't play 5 midfielders. You have to pick two of
No,
them.
I know that. That's why Archie's at right back at the minute. He's
No,
gonna have to
but
wait.
what I'm saying to you is, right, we're going to stick our. You're convinced Archie's best position is centre midfield. So out
Centre
of
mid.
Kamara and Garut, who are we dropping?
You can't drop either of them at the minute. You just can't.
I know, but then you have Gray in the midfield. If you're saying you want to put Gray in the midfield, who are we taking out?
Well, at the minute he has to wait his chance. Right back.
Mm,
It's the option. But as
yeah,
soon as it becomes available, and as soon as that position opens up, he'll definitely be in the centre of the park.
absolutely, absolutely. And what we got on the second goal. I know we touched on it there with Anthony's cross. What a header!
What a cross!
What a cross!
It's all about the
Yeah,
service. I know the centre forward has to finish, but the ball in was just a perfect ball in.
it's a good
Don't
ball.
get me wrong. Joseph did finish well. A great header. And see at the time you're watching, you're going, hopefully this isn't offside, and you just seen the run. He timed it absolutely perfect.
It was a fantastic.
You just seen him ghosted in. Just flying in, bang.
It was a great goal.
And see, to be
Go
fair,
ahead.
like he's up against two good quality centre backs.
Yeah,
They're Premier League standard. Like,
I know. It was just that's a good stat to have. So what I was thinking there is, like, for example, Pascal Struijk got injured. Ampadu came back. Ampadu's been so good, he's held that position. For that to happen, then Giroud's come into midfield. He is now stepped up, right?
do you not think? But every single tactical move this year has been like a masterstroke.
It's like, yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
been
gonna
like
be
written in the
doing
stars.
this. Absolutely. It's been absolutely incredible. Same with James. He got injured, and then, right, Nando, you're in. Show me why I shouldn't drop you. And now, going into the next game against Huddersfield, you have to start Joseph up front if Bamford's not fit.
Do you know what? See if you'd have said to me before that game, I would have said no.
I
But
would have
now
said no.
he's knocking on the
I would have
door.
said no. No, he has to start. He nearly got a hat trick against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Start
No,
the
he has
kid.
to play. He
Absolutely
was
start the
unlucky.
kid.
I watched him in the cup, against
Mm.
Plymouth, and he was unlucky not to score that night. I think
That
he
was a
hit the
wonder
bar?
strike. The one hit the keeper saved it
You
onto the
know,
bar and
he
he gave a
spot
goal kick.
he turned and then he twisted and then he hit it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it hit the bar. The keeper saved it. Whatever happened,
Keeper saved it
and that
onto
would
the
have been
bar.
him off
Yeah.
and running. But he's off and running tonight.
Do you know what I like about him? See, when he loses the ball, which was very rare, he was on top of the defender again. He was the first guy to put
Yeah,
the foot in to come back. Brilliant. Keep doing that. He lost the ball. He kept coming back on. He lost the ball. He was all over the defender. You know what I loved? That near the end there, the Gruddy one where he knocked it over his head to Anthony. Anthony
yeah,
run to. That was a fantastic pass.
yeah.
And he managed to do that. Oh, incredible. Definitely. I personally think he got man of the match. I know Gray got it, and a lot of people say Gray, but it's gotten to the point now where I'm expecting Gray to be this good. I did not expect Joseph to come on and nearly score a hat trick against Chelsea. For me, that gets merit to go, do you know what? Fair play to you, kid. Take it.
Well, you've two. You've two extra options now. For
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Saturday.
Yeah. Is Rudder going to be fit?
Well, I don't actually know, to be honest. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of them ones where he sort of, is if he gets the fitness, gets a nod, that's it's up to the
Yeah.
manager.
So the stats in the match tonight: Chelsea 10 shots, Leeds 13. Shots on target: Chelsea 5, Leeds 3. Possession: 51%, Chelsea 49. Pass accuracy, both 88%. And the player ratings, which I thought was a wee bit, in my opinion, bullshit. They give, I I don't believe this. They give Joseph 4.2, which he's the highest on the pitch. But they
What
give
did you say?
Firpo
4.2?
out of 5. Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Yes.
yeah.
Right. I get you now. I
Um,
thought you meant out of 10 there. I was like,
Anthony got 3.5. Joe Pirou got 3.1. He was the lowest in our squad. Dan James 3.5. Ampadu 3.5. Roberts 3.5. Rodon 3.4. Cooper 3.2. Firpo 3.6.
so he's 1.4 away from 5 then.
Basically he was the best rated defender in our team, which is crap. And then Melier got 3.2.
I thought Melier was actually pretty good tonight.
I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Their squad, Mudrik's got 4.4. The rest of them are 3.4s, 3.7s, 3.1s. Sancho got 3 exactly. So there you go. Good game. Listen, we walked out. I was saying to you in the podcast last night, or the stream last night, going, I didn't want Leeds. I wanted Leeds to get out of the cup. I wanted us to put out kids. I'm scared of a big defeat. I'm scared of the momentum getting kicked in the teeth. As I said as well, and you pointed out, that's a good way to get a defeat. That there's going to keep the momentum going. That's going to keep the team moral high. That's going to be, they're going to go into that dressing room, and Fargo will. I personally think Fargo go, you've lost today, lads, but Jesus Christ, did you not give them as a game?
Absolutely, and I thought there's no better way to lose, to be honest. You know, the last minute.
We got them into the last minute where they physically had. Now, what I want to say to you as well is they're the ones who got scared and made the subs to bring on the big dogs because they were panicking, not us.
Well, I think they said in commentary it's something like 8 or 9 of their 11 played on Sunday on the finished the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
There you
what
go.
does that tell you?
Yeah. They brought the guys on. They brought the guys on because they were panicking. That was the difference, you know. They had to go for it. Poch had to win that game.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad for one thing as well. And I want Leicester to beat Chelsea in the next round. Why? Because I want Leicester to have as much bloody games as possible to tire their players out. We can now just focus on the league. Let them win the FA Cup. I don't care. Let them get them to the final and get beat 12-0. Let them have that extra 4 or 5 games.
I was thinking as well, I'd obviously booked my flights for the Millwall game, and it kind of falls in the quarterfinal, the weekend, as you know, the quarterfinal weekend. So I was thinking that weekend we might actually leapfrog Leicester, with them not playing.
Yeah, 100%.
If you want to look at that far in front,
I agree.
With them still being in the cup.
Yeah, I agree. And then,
so what sort of psychological advantage would that be? Seeing the team come from 17 points behind, all of a sudden they've overtook you.
But the thing is, you have to also realize as well is, if we play those games in hand, I'd rather get the points. Than touch wood, we win them. But I'd rather have the points in the bag than go, right, we're 4 points behind or we're 3 points behind, but at least we've got a game in hand. No, because that puts pressure on us having to win that game in hand. If we've got the points in the bag, we can go, we've done our job. It's up to them now. Yeah. I'd rather have the points in the bag.
That's what I want to touch on. Friday night was nice, knowing that we've got the points in the bag and knowing we can relax on, 3 o'clock on Saturday and not go, how did Ipswich do? How did Southampton do? Checking the phone, flat out, because you do, people say they don't, but they do.
I was listening to Square Ball, the paparazzi one. Fantastic. All those Leicester fans. Better. I can't even swear on the channel, but better. Oh, we're not going to catch us. Oh, we're still going to win the league. Oh, this, that, and the other. I'm thinking to myself, lads, you could be 3 points. I know you'd have to play that day, but again, points in the bag means you have no choice to win here.
Well, I'm going to go back to maybe, Bielsa's first season. Sheffield United were hunting us down, and we were like, nah, no chance. And the next thing, they're in the rearview mirror, and all of a sudden they're right up behind us, and then they overtook us. So
But it can change just in
anything
a
can happen
blink
in
of
the
an eye.
championship.
Blink of an eye, mate, because at the end of the day, the 30th of December, we were 17 points behind Leicester.
Yep.
Boom. We're now can go into three. We can go into 10-3 on a Saturday here. 3 points behind them. 6
Oh,
at the minute. It can't be 3. I keep highlighting that 3 to make a point of how much we've actually come. I know we technically haven't got the points in the bag, but to turn around and go, we could be 3 behind you before you kick a ball on Saturday.
yeah. Now,
That's the key for me. We've got touchwood, obviously, with Huddersfield, but
we play
that's
like that tonight and we'll absolutely destroy them.
mate, we've played that like
So,
that all year round. We've played like that all year round. I mean, the worst game we played, we still got a win out of it, and that shows a grinding team. Okay, if you're playing absolutely crap and you're not on it, if you come away with a win, you're doing what you have to do at a bad performance. Play bad, get the win. Who cares?
yeah, exactly.
You
And
know.
another thing, we're not conceding too many goals as well. So you only need 1 or 2 chances to win the game. Whereas
hmm
Ipswich, they need maybe 4 or 5 because they're going to concede 2.
hmm
Maybe
hmm
3. So
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But all in all, great defeat. I haven't not very many times you say that, but awesome defeat.
I was
Fantastic
gonna, I
defeat.
was gonna say to you, Ethan Ampadu, £7 million. You've been saying it all season.
I said it. I said it today on the other show. I don't want to be kind of keep going back to the show, but I
Yeah,
did say if you put to a random guy who doesn't know much about football, likes the sport, but doesn't know the in and outs of teams, if you got Enzo and you got Ampadu in that match, and you said to that random guy which one's 109 million, he would never
yeah.
have a clue. He wouldn't be able to go. He clearly is. There'd be no
Not
clear about it.
only not only 109 million, but a World Cup winner as well.
Yeah, and you wouldn't.
You
Me
know,
personally, I thought Ampadu was better.
oh, 100%,
That was
easily.
far better. Even I thought Ampadu was better. I thought Ampadu and Gray as a centre midfield were better than the 220 million centre midfield they had.
Yeah,
That's my
that
personal
boy,
opinion.
that boy Caicedo, he's overrated. And see, if you're a Liverpool fan now, you're rubbing your hands, going,
I
"What
think
does
Liverpool's
about
a
it there?"
damn badness. I definitely, I don't know, but
You
it
know,
is what it is.
overpriced, overpaid. They got completely. I think they just bought him because they didn't want Liverpool having him. I think that's what
Yeah,
it was.
that's it, mate. That's it. I'm happy. I'm happy. We move on. We're out of the cup. Leicester, knock yourselves out. We'll win the league. Do what you want. That's my thoughts. We'll move on.
Well, I now get to go to the Millwall game, so
Yo, no, I'd not be joining you this time. I'm afraid. I'd
couldn't have
love
worked
to,
out
but
any better.
it's my it's her, so it's her birthday, and then the next day it's our anniversary. So could you imagine me going to her? I'm ditching you for your birthday and your anniversary to go and watch a Leeds game. That'll never
That's all
down
right,
too good.
mate. I just go on my own. So
That's I don't want you to go here. Just sending me a picture, brilliant.
well,
Well, mate, what we'll do?
providing to get tickets, like, well, should be
You
all right.
will. You'll be all right.
So that's good.
What we'll do? We'll leave it there. We're 30 minutes in. I just wanted a quick one. Have you anything else you want to add to the game, or just in
Um,
general?
don't get me wrong. Tonight, probably as you say, it was good defeat. I think the disappointing thing is, we could have had Leicester in the next round, and then maybe a passageway into the FA Cup semi-final. It
I
was a
know.
fantastic opportunity, but it's probably not a bad way to lose. And Leicester, as you say, Leicester having the extra games, you
Yeah.
know,
hmm
as well. So
Yeah.
it's
But as
all
I
in all,
said,
it's been a good night. Do you know what? I, usually
it's been a good week.
yeah, good week. Usually you coming on here, maybe after a defeat, and you're thinking, flip, you're down, but it doesn't even feel like a defeat.
It doesn't. See, the way I look at it, the way I'm personally, like I've said it from the start when we were coming up to the Chelsea game. Personally, I didn't want to play the game. Personally, I wanted the kids. Personally, I wanted the out of the road. I'm very happy and proud of how the game ended. A happy defeat. The bigger picture for me is promotion.
Yeah,
It's all right beating scum. It's all right going out and giving them a game. It's all right. It's Chelsea, whatever, whatever, whatever. We walked away with that game. Good performance. Outplayed Chelsea. No injuries. Um, no red cards. No nothing. We done ourselves proud. We proved that we compete in the Premier League. People are always saying, "Oh, you're Championship side." We proved that we compete. There's no negatives about that game at all tonight for me, apart from I told you so. Now we're going to win the league. That's my personal
Well,
opinion.
usually when Leeds play Chelsea, I usually get maybe 3 or 4 text messages from Chelsea fans. Not one tonight. So what does that tell you? It proves that they're maybe a bit embarrassed to text, or
There's a text
you know.
message for you now. Did your phone just beep?
So
I did all right. There's the
so
one.
it's what I mean. That's not
Yeah.
actually a Chelsea text, so it's not. I'll confirm that.
I know. There you go.
But you know
No
what I
worries.
mean.
Well, what
It's
I'm going to do
usually they're
for you,
texting going, "User crap, user
yeah,
this, user that."
100%.
Not one tonight. So it just
100%.
proves how
So what we'll
bad
do,
their performance was,
I,
and they
I,
needed
I
a.
personally thought Chelsea were fine. I thought they were a very good side tonight. I just thought we were better. That's my Chelsea did not play bad. We just played better.
Well, personally, I personally think Chelsea they weren't great. Like, so they weren't. See the amount of money they spent. You know that the proving that they had to bring Cole Palmer on. They had
They had to bring the
your
big
boy
guns on,
Jackson
yeah.
up front.
Mhm.
If Nkuku was fit, they would have had him on. They would have
That
been
guy can't stay
full
fit.
strength.
And Kuka
So
can't stay fit anyway, so he's worse than Bamford, for Christ's sake. So anyway, what we'll do, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we will leave it there for tonight. We will try maybe maybe Friday or something. We'll try and get on, have a wee bit of something
I
on
will
Friday,
maybe
maybe
do
a
a pre.
preview for the.
I know it's sort of been all about Leeds at the minute, but it's just the way
It's just
things
find their
are with
feet,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find their feet, getting steady.
We'll maybe get a pre game.
Mm,
Sort of talk about Huddersfield.
yeah.
Saturday lunchtime, the quick turnaround as well. Wednesday night, Saturday lunchtime. So
Mm-hmm.
at least there was no extra time tonight.
Oh, for God's sake. To be honest, when they go in, I was like, oh no. Oh well. That was literally me. That's literally how that went. Oh well, we'll move on. Whatever. There you go. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, folks. Absolute pleasure. You all tuning in. We will catch you on the next one. Get your comments in. Always love to hear from you. And we'll take it from there. But as of now, Leeds.